All right, Bush, we got another Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse? We got some Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse is back.
All right.
This one is called God is a Weapon, and it just released for us at the time of this recording, I think yesterday or the day before.
So it's 1 day old, pretty much.
Yeah, it just came out. I'm looking at it says over 1 million views. Yeah, 1 day ago. Number 3 on trending for music on YouTube.
Damn.
Yeah, it's blowing up, man.
Okay.
So kudos to Falling in Reverse and Epitaph Records making that money. So here's the thing, though. This is called God is a Weapon.
Okay.
Now, both of us have our own, feelings about God and Christianity. And
absolutely.
And so I think, at least for me, I'm a little bit concerned by the title. I haven't seen the video, but God is a Weapon is a kind of a scary. Hopefully, God is a powerful weapon that He's fighting people.
Right.
But we're gonna see, man. I know it has Marilyn Manson in it.
Okay.
So we'll have to see what happens with Marilyn Manson. I have no idea what this video is about.
Yeah, me neither.
This is a straight up reaction. And I'm a little bit worried about it, but
hopefully it's pretty good. Usually it's good. So
it's good, man. Falling in Reverse has not let me down yet.
Nope.
And I don't believe they're going to let me down this time.
Nope.
I'm nervous, man.
Don't be nervous, bro. It's okay.
All right, dude, let's get into it, man. Come on. Okay.
Dang, a wolf? First, man. Okay.
All right.
He said it was, I remember him saying if God was a woman, then God is a weapon. I'm not 100% sure what he is saying. Maybe he's saying that women can be very dangerous, I guess.
It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean?
Right. So you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I have a wife.
Okay.
We need to be very careful on how we say these things.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I agree that God is, or I should say that women have a lot of power. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
So, and if you think about what people have been through or men have been through over the years fighting wars, that makes sense that you would think of, people fighting over God would be similar to the effect of people, men fighting over
women. Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, I have to admit, I have to bring up the fact that he said that, that you're my sinful obsession.
Right.
That why don't you marry me? Which is, I don't know. I feel like you should react to that first, man.
Basically, having sex without marriage is a sin, right? Well, that's supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's where he's getting at with it, I guess. I don't know.
To the idea of like wanting to marry God, let's just be right out and in the open with this whole thing. So
right.
Obviously, Falling in Reverse on this song is trying to, in a different way, step over the line as far as like what's okay, to talk to God about, basically.
Right.
Right. So you see a lot of these like musicians try to say that they're going to hook up with Satan or the devil. We did 2 recently with Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Doja Cat, and then who was the first one we did? With
what's that boy's name?
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a common theme in like extreme musicianship, is to try to hook up with the devil or whatever. But this is like almost, because marriage is supposed to be a sacred thing, but he's saying that like, I want to be married to you, and I don't know. It's just it's saying the same thing, but like differently, I guess.
Yeah.
The whole crossing the line, so to speak.
I can't wait to listen to the rest of the song so I can try to get an understanding,
We got to fully digest this thing, man.
Yeah.
So let's get back into it. Yeah, there's Marilyn Manson.
Okay.
Manson.
That sounds really good.
God dang. The drums though.
My sinful confession. Wow.
So there's a lot of things to cover here.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say the artistic and the musician side of this. So it's not the same FallingInReverse that you and I have come
100%.
to get to know of. There were some good drum lines in there, some good bass and guitar lines in there.
Absolutely.
Artistic wise, musicianship wise, I want to point out the fact that as far as when he would say that you're my obsession, and he would hold that out.
Right.
The notes and the sound of the music as it's being held out is almost trance-inducing, right?
Okay.
And I think that is, obviously it's intended, so it's meant to put you in a state of mind or a place as he's holding that tone to be kind of like ethereal, like trance-inducing kind of thing. It's another way to kind of like mind screw you in this crazy moment. Well done though, as far as how they do that obsession holdout. I think it's very effective. And then as far as the artistic side of it, the black and white is, I always like black and white. I've said it a couple of times. I think that black and white is really cool. It shows the contrast between good and evil, and
looks really good.
Dark and white looks really good.
Yeah.
Very simple but effective. There's so many things to talk about artistic wise and musicianship wise. The way they, like, basically the scene explodes as the music really comes on full force.
Yeah.
And they have the whole thing explode. Now I did point out, or I did see for a second there, we had talked about how when in the old times people would fight over God and you'd have wars and stuff. They kind of showed that scene there.
Yeah.
It looked like there was a war happening. And that was basically him saying that, exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
That when you fight over stuff, wars can happen.
It was crazy, actually. It looked super freaking like crazy.
Yeah. Also, before I pass the mic over to you, I do want to go ahead and say, because I didn't want to lose it, that again, we see Ronnie Radke just showing his range of his performance. And I always like it whenever he does like that. I always like,
he's super good at that.
yeah, he's super effective at it.
Yeah.
But the way he uses his voice and his tone to go really high and that almost falsetto high pitch. And so just very talented singer vocally.
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know, Ryan Radke.
Well, that's why he could do 1 million in a day. You know?
Yeah, makes good songs.
I feel like he got his I feel like his message was intended to God and to men about women
Okay.
and his sinful confession. I think he got his
Tell me
message
more.
across really good. It sounds like he's battling himself, like he wants to do the right thing, but the life that he lives makes it very hard, makes it very like rough, because everybody knows like the correct way you're supposed to, you know, do things.
I,
As
I
far as like, you know, marriage first and then
Sure.
you know, you do all that other stuff, but
I would slightly disagree with you, just because I think that the message kind of is that he knows
right.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I think it's like he's not even struggling. Maybe it's that he's letting the struggle go.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm basically falling into the fact that, you know, it can almost
So he's
be,
confessing.
it could almost be considered like a Christian song, because he's saying, I'm falling into you, God,
Right.
in a weird way. But the whole Marilyn Manson thing kind of throws that out the window.
Yeah. That's what I'm like.
I think, if I understand correctly, I think that Marilyn Manson is supposed to play the God character in the video. I think that that's what that is.
I thought she was playing the damn girl. So here you go.
Well, Marilyn Manson, if you know anything about Marilyn Manson, is like supposed to be 50-50 guy and girl.
Yeah.
So,
I know that part.
Yeah.
She likes men and women.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Overall, for the video, though, what do you think?
It was okay.
It is not zombified.
No, it ain't zombified. I like zombified a little bit better, but I like the message that he was sending. He was very honest, so
We'll give it that. He's very honest.
yeah, it was an honest
in
song.
The performance of it, the stylistically, musicianship wise, it was still extremely well done. But still, I like the whole, and I'm sure you probably agree with me. We like the whole zombified. And,
Yeah, heck yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
I like it when he's a lot more energetic.
Yeah, high energy.
Yeah,
this is another part of Rowdy Radke that we haven't seen yet, which is like the drawn in, like
serious message. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Any last words before we close it out?
No, man, that's it. I like the video. I love the message.
Right.
That's what I got from it.
Well, we're going to have to get deeper into FallingInReverse. Eventually, we're going to go into their older stuff. We got some new stuff that we still got to circle around and grab, but eventually we'll get into the older stuff as well. So, Ronnie Radke, FallingInReverse, the new song, God Is a Weapon. I think we have a mixed review on this between you and I, but enjoyed listening to it, and we'll see you guys next time on
Pure Unfiltered Chaos.